All right, welcome back to the next conversation, which is going to revolve about the topic that we've just discussed, and that's going to be your basic home and office networks. So how do they actually work? And just building on top of what we've already discussed, I wanted to mention, so first and foremost, you have an internet service provider, which is going to give and install a router, a modem, as well as a switch, right? So I've introduced this a little bit more because in many cases those three devices are going to be part of one single piece of hardware. In some instances they're going to be separate. So here in the example that I've mentioned before, this is going to be a coax connection. A lot of the home networks and office networks, due to the speed and throughput, are going to run on fiber. So your internet service provider is going to have a run of fiber or coax to your house and or small office. It's going to connect to the modem, it's going to connect to the router, it's going to connect to the switch. And again, these are not representative in the real world. Like I said, this is going to be on a circuit board inside of that specific device. That being said, let's expand a little bit and talk about switches and access points. And we'll dive a little bit deeper as to the functionality and the settings of an actual managed or unmanaged switch. But basically, it allows you to extend the functionality of that one device and create networks that are basically modular and expandable. So each piece of hardware is going to have a certain limit, as you would expect on the commercial side and on the business or the OT side. Therefore, you're going to typically have infrastructures that expand the capability through what's called access points. And so access points are essentially a switch. And so here I have an example of a unmanaged physical layer switch. So as you can see, you can plug in RJ45 type of connectors. Again, not something I would expect you to memorize, but essentially it is a 5-way splitter. So here I'm going to bring it closer to the camera. That allows me to plug in one connection from the modem or the router or the switch combo and then have 4 outputs. And we'll talk about what that truly means and how traffic works in that essence. But basically what you need to understand is that it allows us to create a mesh. So here the switch, like I said, we have one output, and here I'm going to connect this switch with 5 ports. And this allows me to connect basically other devices. So this is going to occupy one port, and here I have, for example, desktops with monitors. As you can see here, I'm going to just very crudely draw them. So this is going to be desktop number 3 and desktop number 4. Similarly, on the access point side, you're going to have wireless connections. And those wireless connections are going to be also limited, but at the same time allow you the flexibility to, for example, if you walk with your laptop from one area of your small business to another, it's going to automatically connect to this access point, then to this access point. It's going to allow you to assign different IP addresses. It's going to handle also the traffic. So this is something we haven't talked about yet, but the more devices you have on this network, for example, playing videos, connecting to Zoom connections, or doing any other things, for example, like downloading or uploading files, you're going to be splitting the traffic that is allowed by your ISP. So sometimes you could have a very high-speed connection. Again, for a home, at this point, it would probably be a gigabit connection. But if you have something around 300 megs, that's going to be split between all of your devices. So this is why when you have, for example, members of the family or friends downloading something from the internet, you may experience a slowdown of the connection. So all of that needs to be taken into account in your networking on the commercial side, on the residential side, and obviously in OT networks as we get into that subject. So once again, if you have any questions, what I want you to retain from the side is obviously these 3 foundational devices: modem, router, and switch, as well as the access points and the general layout of a network that you would expect to see in a small or home environment.